won't happen. Awkward if someone else came in. I don't mind going to bed at 9. I'm so excited, but beaver tails work maybe 4 months out of the year. And of course I didn't feel my best. As a highly sensitive person, finally, I like to make setting an intention magical, stunning day. I'm not a gym person. I also decided to do, I don't have enough time, and don't be too hard on yourself. I look for, it's all about balance. Hello, welcome to my hotel room. I'm here for a week for work. I feel that in my last videos I talked a lot. So today I figured I would keep it short and sweet, or try to, by just sharing with you how I stay healthy while I'm traveling. I often talk about not trying to maintain my perfect or ideal routine when I'm not in my perfect or ideal environment. So obviously, if I'm staying in a hotel room or if I'm traveling in my van, I give myself grace and I adapt to my situation. When I started traveling for work, I just didn't have a routine at all. So all of my good habits were thrown out the windows. I would wake up late, stay up late, I would not journal, I would not read, I don't even remember what I would do because I was so busy working. And if I was not working, I would be exploring the area, which is, of course, healthy. It's just that for me, if I don't take the time to have a proper morning routine that sets the tone for the day, I don't feel my best during that day. It's like I don't have that same sense of purpose or direction. My head is not clear, and I even feel more tired and more unmotivated. That's why a morning routine is so important to me. And I guess this is what I want this video to be about, just to share my tips on how I try to maintain some of my healthy habits while traveling. And when I mean healthy, I'm not talking only about food and fitness. So for me, health is also about your mental health and your spiritual health. We all know that I like to wake up early and journal. This is absolutely my favorite time of the day. For the past 2 to 3 weeks, I have been setting an intention to wake up around 5 or 5:30, which is early even for me because I used to wake up at 6:30, but I figured I'm used to waking up early at 6 now, and it makes me feel so good. I feel like I have so much time to do what I really want to do. And especially right now, since I'm working, of course I have less free time, but one way to have more time to myself is to wake up early before work, because as a highly sensitive person, I'm easily and quickly drained. So it's not after a work day that I'm motivated to journal, work out, work on my goals, plan. If I don't do it in the morning, it won't happen, and I will feel bad for it. And now it's just a habit to wake up at 5 or 5:30. I don't even need to set an alarm anymore, which is amazing. I guess I can say that it's easier for me since I'm so excited to wake up in the morning, because this is where I'm at my most productive. For me, the evening is for relaxing, and I really like to go to bed early. I don't mind going to bed at 9. I actually like it because going to bed early means waking up early, so for me it works. What I do in the evening is usually reading or watching YouTube videos, but I don't see the point of doing it until midnight if I'm tired before that. So I've been waking up early and taking about an hour to journal and drink my coffee. And I like to journal first thing in the morning because I feel that that moment right after waking up is when your brain doesn't have time to start thinking about the day ahead yet. I feel that that moment is precious because I like to think back on my dreams and try to analyze it. I journal to clear my head and start the day fresh. I like to journal to plan, to think about something and come up with solutions. Usually while I journal, I will also pick a card from a tarot deck. Usually I pick one card every day. It can be about a specific question, or it can be more general, like I would ask, what do I need to know about today? Or I like to use it as a prompt or as a complement to my journaling. The past month, I finally caved in and bought the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, and I'm so excited. I just like everything about it. So this version has been made after the first tarot deck, like the original tarot deck, which makes it even more magical to me. There are a ton of versions of this Rider-Waite tarot deck, but I went with the, I guess what they call the original one. So you still get that vintage vibe, but the lines are kind of smoother and the colors are more vivid. The quality is stunning. The cards are so smooth. They're thick, but not too thick to the point that you have trouble shuffling them. It's just a stunning deck, and there are so many details. You can analyze each card for days. So this makes my morning even more magical. And what I like to do with tarot decks is I have quite a collection, so I like to switch deck every season and sometimes every month. So I will take a moment and intuitively pick a deck that I feel drawn to work with for this season or this month. As for my workouts, which is another favorite part of my morning routine, I only bring my two 15-pound dumbbells because I just don't want to bring my dumbbell collection here. I mean, it's too much trouble for the time I have. I have a few techniques that I can use to make them feel heavier. And no, I don't go to the hotel gym. Well, the gym here is very basic. They have dumbbells up to 35 pounds, but there's no equipment. There's some machines, but you know, there's no bench. I could not do Bulgarian split squat, and it is so small. It would feel awkward if someone else came in to exercise. I mean, it's just weird. It's like they didn't really try. But I mean, I appreciate the opportunity, of course, and I'm sure tons of people are happy to go there. It's just that I'm not a gym person. It's just not my vibe and my environment. And when I work out, I like to be alone and in my zone. And I'm always able to make it work with my 15-pound dumbbells and a couch or a bed. So what I have been doing, since I'm using lighter weights, I have been focusing on isolation instead of compound exercises, which recruit more muscles. And they usually require heavier weights to be as effective. So for example, I won't do squats. What I will do instead is focus on unilateral exercises where I'm able to kind of target one muscle. For legs, my focus has been mostly quads recently and hamstrings. For quads, my favorite is of course Bulgarian split squats. And I also decided to do kneeling to squats. And these are, I thought Bulgarian were hard, but these are, especially when you do them straight after Bulgarian. But that's what I wanted. I wanted to push myself and feel those 15 pounds dumbbell feel like much heavier. As for hamstrings, I did single leg hamstring thrusts, which I like better than single leg Romanian deadlift because again, deadlifts are a compound exercise because it is a posterior chain exercise. So your back and your glutes are also working. But with hamstring thrust, it's really the hamstring. But since I had time before going to work, I also did single leg Romanian deadlift. And I did pulses. So this is another technique if you're working with lighter weight, because with pulses your muscles are under almost constant tension, so they work harder. And since I took less rest, I was able to do more exercises because my workout took less time to complete, especially when I'm trying to keep my workout under 30 minutes. I usually like to do some cardio after my weightlifting sessions, but since I'm working, usually I'm not able to go for a walk before going to work. And if I'm done with work too late, I'm hungry and I just want to come back to my room and eat or go grab something, and I don't feel like going out again, or I just feel too tired after work. So depending on the time I have or my energy level, I will do YouTube videos. So I really like walking workouts, which you can do anywhere. And they are cardio workouts under 10 minutes. My favorite are from Sydney Cummings and Caroline Garvin, of course. And yesterday I had time after my workout, so I decided to do a less workout from Caroline. I think it was a 30-minute workout. It is a no jumping workout because I have neighbors downstairs, so I didn't want to jump and wake up everyone at 6 in the morning. And it was a very good workout. I really like it. LISS is the opposite of HIIT. So LISS stands for low intensity steady state, and HIIT is for high intensity interval training. I am not a fan of HIIT. It's not for me. It doesn't agree with my body. And because I push myself in my weightlifting sessions, I don't want to push myself again straight after with a cardio workout. So yes, my approach with cardio is really listen to my body, and I'm not as strict with myself regarding my workouts, but especially cardio when I'm working, because I never work, I work maybe 4 months out of the year. So if I wake up stressed or tired, or I don't have enough time to work out before work, well, I just don't, or I keep it very short. And I always prioritize weightlifting because it requires more energy, and I don't beat myself up if I don't have time to do cardio. And my last point is about food. I'm staying at this hotel for a week, and I always say that I don't like eating out, at restaurants or fast food for a week. I like to go to grocery stores and buy, easy things that I can do without a microwave. So we all know that I like my oatmeal, which I have for every lunch. What is nice with oatmeal is that you don't even need a microwave or any equipment to do it. When I'm traveling, I use minute oats or instant oats. I don't really know how it's called, but to me they're not as good as my usual rolled oats that I will do in a pot on the stove. Well, there's something about the texture, it's just weird. But what is nice about it is that you can make overnight oats with it, so you don't even need hot water or a microwave. But this week I do have a microwave in my room. I like eating oats every day because it is one of my favorite complete meal, and I just like mixing toppings and playing around with it, and it feels like I'm eating desserts for lunch. I never get bored with it, and it fills me up for so long. It gives me energy. I'm always excited to eat my oatmeal. As for dinner, of course, I like to treat myself to restaurants. So here there's a Thai Express, a Boston Pizza, Saint-Hubert, A&W, there's a Lebanese place. I went to all of them. It's nice, but I just don't like to eat restaurant food every day. But that's what I did when I first started traveling for work, because I didn't know better. And of course I didn't feel my best. So what I do now, if I have a microwave, which I do, I look for healthy things that I can make in a microwave, like minute rice, some kind of protein, like Eve's makes some nice mock meat, and some veggie like arugula, kale, lettuce. And I like to make a healthy bowl, or I can make a sandwich, wraps. And this week I also found some ready-made meal from the Buddhist Chief. I tried the butter tofu and wow, it was good. Honestly, not as good as the one I make, but you know, it is a ready-made meal, so of course. And it was very expensive, $9 I guess, and I was still hungry after eating it, but it's okay. It is so nice to see vegan options at grocery stores. That's an example of an healthier option that is ready-made. And if I don't have a microwave, I will often meal prep before leaving. So I like to do a pasta salad, any kind of salad really. This week I also bought a bowl from Yuzu, the sushi place. So here there's an IGA that has a Yuzu counter where they have sushi and bowls. That was very good. And I can always make a sandwich or a cold salad. So it's all about balance. I really like Thai Express. Usually I always go there at least once during the week. Oh, and there's also that place that makes some vegan hot dogs and vegan burgers. And their fries are amazing. They're, you know, the homemade greasy fries. Oh, and they have beaver tails. So yes, these are my tips, and I hope maybe these tips can help you plan your next vacation, business trip. And don't be too hard on yourself. You know, when you're away, it's time to enjoy yourself and explore the areas, explore the food. I mean, it's all about balance, and we all have a different vision of health. So you do you and enjoy.